So, a summary of what I covered this morning. First of all, it was great to be back in Taipei. We had a record number of registrations for this tech symposium. So hopefully a good sign of the growing strength of the ARM ecosystem, and it continues to be so important to us. And I talked about how exciting a time it was to be in technology, and what a period of rapid change we were in. Although I think we're always in a period of rapid change nowadays. But AI is really accelerating. I think we all believe that, see that, and it's becoming part of our everyday lives. But what we also said was that it really will require a very strong and resilient ecosystem to lead the way. And we believe that the ARM partnership, the ARM ecosystem, is that strong and resilient one. And I was very pleased to be able to talk about what we are doing to enable our partners to build the future of computing in this age of AI. And then I just wanted to talk a little bit about history and the ARM partnership, which is now about 30 years old, 3 decades, which is pretty amazing. But we want to make sure that our partners remain our partners and excited about the decades to come. And I reflected that I remember quite a long time ago now that we were looking forward to shipping 1 billion chips, 1 billion devices with ARM inside. And I think it was right at the end of last year we celebrated 250 billion chips, which is pretty amazing. But we could only do that with the partnership. It's not us, it's everybody that attended today, and even more as well in other places around the world. And for us, that 250 billion you can't imagine that number, but it's about 30 chips for everybody alive in the world today. They asked us to help them with these new markets to specialize. And so one thing we've been doing at ARM over the last 10 years is developing purpose-built solutions optimized for those different areas of the Internet of Things, of client devices, of automotive and data center. And then we reflected that we recently celebrated our IPO, and our employees, I think, are pretty excited and energized to keep working on all the solutions for our partners. But what are we focusing on now? And that is that ARM has really become a computing platform company. But what does that mean? So it means that we're trying to help our partners deliver solutions. We're trying to help them with the best compute performance and efficiency, with accelerating them in their time to market. And then also by supporting the world's largest developer ecosystem. And in terms of the computing platforms, then for each of those markets, we have solutions such as Total Compute for mobile, Neoverse for data center, ARM Corestone for the Internet of Things, and Sophie for automotive. And we talked about how ARM is a foundational technology. And what does that mean? It's about supporting, again, our partners with a foundation of compute. We've long worked and had a really great position in mobile, especially with our partners here in Taiwan. And now we're extending that and bringing more of that to these other areas, scaling IoT, accelerating the software-defined vehicle, and then also helping how data centers are optimized for the future of generative AI and other workloads. We have to work with our ecosystem to make all this happen and efficiently make it happen. So let's talk about AI and how incredibly important this is across all of our markets now. We're saying it's becoming ever more pervasive. Some people think AI isn't happening to them. I mean, I have multiple devices in my home using AI, tuning to my voice, helping recognize images, taking or enhancing the pictures, because I didn't take a very good picture, but the phones are always optimizing them. It's everywhere. And although it feels like this has suddenly happened, we've been working on this for a long time. And what will also help make us successful is this. We are so proud that we have the largest developer ecosystem in the world. Over 15 million developers working on a range of operating systems, on frameworks, on tools. And that really brings a huge opportunity and makes it, we think, as easy as possible to get the best performance out of software on ARM. Faster now, otherwise you won't have any time for questions. So I then moved on to client, which is my personal area. We looked at the history first. This was the first GSM phone ARM was ever in, the Nokia 6110 from 1997. And I love the fact it was very simple and indestructible. And it could only do three things. It wasn't that smart, but it was great. It did calls, texting, and it used a lot of time for us playing Snake. And now, personal devices have huge amounts of performance in, but it's going to keep increasing. And that's, a phone is pretty much a supercomputer, right, in our pockets, and with a level of performance of a laptop or a PC. And this increasing performance year after year is what is going to be needed for applications of the future, like AI. And I'm going to skip some of the next slides, I'm just warning. But what we did talk about was the GSMA shows that in last year, 76% of the population in Asia have a smartphone. And by the end of the decade, that should be about 94%. That is 1 billion new people. That's a pretty big number. But those people will require different solutions, from premium, so highest performance, best experience, through the sort of middle level, so optimized for price and performance, down to entry level, the first smartphones. And so that's what we showed in terms of these slides as well. And so to do this opportunity, you need scalable performance. And it's not just about smartphones, it's also about all those other devices, from personal watches and smart devices that we carry around to high-performance laptops, mixed reality headsets, and smart TVs. These solutions have to scale to provide this level of performance. And our answer is ARM Total Compute Solutions. That's our collection of IP optimized together with software so that our partners can take that, differentiate on top, and unlock scalable performance. And the goal is to be able to produce from the very best Android phones to the very best smart TVs and all those other devices in between. And final slide before questions. And so this is about, as I say, the system working together, delivering the best optimized graphics, best performance, and hopefully the best battery life. And earlier this year here in Taipei, we announced our TCS23, the third year where we delivered double-digit performance improvements, increased power efficiency, and amazing new features like our Immortalis GPU, delivering ray tracing, bringing ray tracing to the smartphone. And we had wonderful support from our partners here, and global OEMs. And guess what? You can probably imagine next year we're going to be back here with TCS24 and talking about what we're doing again. And ultimately, this is all about giving our partners fastest time to market, allowing them to differentiate on top, giving them the biggest developer ecosystem, and to take advantage of all those opportunities in AI going forward. Thank you. Is providing a whole range of solutions to our partners to help and especially more so in this age of AI. We're there to provide that common foundation of compute and that world's largest developer ecosystem. And we have to make it as easy as possible for our partners to deliver the best silicon, the best devices, and the best software. And that's all got to run on ARM. And so I hope that's what people have gone away with today. There's all sorts of tracks from heterogeneous AI to total compute. And I would encourage you to listen to them if you can. And then thank you all very much for coming.